There are the McDonald's, Kung Fu and the other stores that you can have a meal right there. And basically, behind us is Jimao. That there is a lot of small stores and you can buy literally anything. So you can accompany me and you can go there. So these are the stores that, as you can see, there is a lot of variety here for you to buy anything that you want. There is a little market and there is a fair right there. Then they sell a lot of vegetables and other kind of stuff for eat and prepare food. So this literally is the core of the university, the center of the university, because all of us come here even to cut our hairs. Basically, there is some kind of salons there that you can go. That's quite a nice place. I really recommend you, if you visit this university, you must go here just to have a look. Well, there is a lot of people who come here to buy vegetables, grains, as well as meat and any other thing that you need to cook your own meal. And there is also a lot of variety and options from like lotus roots, pork, chicken and stuff, as well as fish. Like well behind there you can buy a lot of different kind of stuff. And in this area are the vegetables. You can see that there are a lot of cabbage and other Chinese vegetables as bai cai and other stuff like that. That even in other countries they don't have, but only in China. As well as eggs, grains right there, and my favorite, that is the lotus root. So this market is not only for the students, of course, but everyone who lives inside and nearby the university, they come here to buy the basic stuff for cooking and prepare the daily meal, if you can say like that. It's a really nice place because everything here is fresh and cheap. So you can spend just little money and buy good quality food. Like a lot of good quality vegetables and a lot of fruits here. I used to buy a lot of fruits because you can just buy and eat directly, and they have a great variety. For example, that was like our school canteen, like Yuan canteen, quite nice one. This is the best part of the day, it's dinner. So I do love Chinese food, so let me introduce some food that's like quite good here. This is like, I believe so, this is fish balls. This is like nuggets, traditional Chinese nuggets. Some vegetables that I'm not sure what's that. Oh, it's called Sijito. Is this Sijito? Okay. It's also quite nice. What else do we have here? Oh, my favorite one. Xiao Bai Cai. I just do love that. That's so good. Since the first day I came in China, I just cannot stop in eating that. It's the best one ever. And also the sesame balls, 芝麻团, is also quite tasty. Another Chinese vegetable is like huoju. And then we can also take some seaweed. This is of course very spicy. Here is the classical way that you buy things in China. You don't use money anymore, you just use this thing. 支付宝, Alipay. You just scan the code and then you can pay for literally anything. You just and then use Trifuball to pay. Okay? And that's it. In China, you don't use money anymore. Basically, all of it self-pay.
You study here, you don't have a job, so you don't have income, and so how do you pay for your living expense?
Yes, actually the school provides the scholarship that they give us monthly amount of money to our expenses, because the visa not allow us to work because we have the student visa, so we are not supposed to be working in China. So the school knows it, the government knows it, so they provide us an amount of money just to buy food and stuff, because they know that we can't afford our lives in China without working, right? So I believe that the amount of money that they provide to us is quite enough to have a really good life, because I choose to stay in the school dormitory, so I don't need to rent some house or pay a monthly rent. So the money is quite enough to live in very well, and I'm quite satisfied with that actually. And I believe for the other students who choose to stay in the dorms and not to have extra expenses or like didn't bring in relatives and stuff, I believe it's quite good for them also.
Do you prefer to eat Chinese food or Brazilian food?
Actually, I prefer Chinese food. Actually, it's because I believe that Chinese food is better than Brazilian food, but not only better than Brazilian food, but also better than any Western food. So food in China was never an issue for me because I adapt completely. Of course, the first time I came in China was in the north, so I can literally eat anything. But when I came to Wuhan, I just realized that there was a lot of spicy foods. So in the beginning, like you burn your mouth sometimes, you are not used to that, but also your body is not got used to that. So you need to get to take a time to adapt. But later, like you got used to that, so there is no problem. I believe that right now I can eat literally everything. Like there is not any kind of dish that I don't like.
What's your plan after graduate from this university?
Okay, the original plan is like go back to my country to work for my institute, like teaching Chinese there. Of course, like to repay every help they provide me, this scholarship and so on. Basically, I'm going to stay there for a period of time, but also I intend later, I'm not quite sure, but do a doctor's, study doctors or something like that. But still, I didn't decide yet. But basically, the main plan is just go back to my country and teach Chinese, like become a Chinese teacher actually.
Have you ever traveled in China?
Oh sure, I've been in a lot of places because this is not my first time in China. I have been here like 5 times. So I had the opportunity to go to a lot of different places, such as like the first place I've been is Beijing. I spent a time there, and also nearby Beijing, like Tianjin. I also went to Pingyao, close to that region, like an ancient city. Xi'an, the classical city that they have the terracotta warriors. From north, I also went to Zhengzhou, Kaifeng, like in the central province of Henan. And besides that, I also went to Hubei province, a lot of inner country cities, for example, Jinzhou, Xianyang, Shiyan, and these small towns around. I also went to Guangzhou in the south, in Hong Kong, and Shanghai, the classical. Of course, everybody must go to these places, the classical areas in China. And some exotic places in the west, for example, Chengdu, Leshan, and also, what's the name of the city? Guiyang. It's a really nice place. The environment, the weather there is like perfect. So cool and nice. Yeah, this is like quite a lot of places, right?
Well, are lot of place you have arrived?
Sorry?
Are lot of place you have arrived?
What's sorry?
There are so many places you have arrived.
Yes, I have been in a lot of different places from north to south, but I also intend to travel a little more, like try to see the west part of China. I believe that's quite interesting also. But let's see. I'm also not in a hurry, so if I had this opportunity, I can go to other places. And basically, I recommend to people to go like yes, go to north because they have a lot of ancient cities there, and besides, like people there are really friendly, quite friendly actually. I do like that.